Welcome to another weekly installment of Turnpike Sports. I am Dave Weishuttle, and as always, I am joined by producer and co-host Doug Weishuttle. Doug, hey, how you doing?
I'm doing good. Actually, pretty good. I've been watching a lot of the NHL playoffs.
Oh, NHL, NBA. Oh, God, with some good games.
Kind of sucks that the Sixers got knocked out that quickly.
Sixers are out, but yeah, a lot of great teams are out. I wouldn't characterize Sixers as great, but for the NHL Penguins, I'm surprised they go a lot further than what they did. But hey,
well, you know who I was impressed with NHL-wise was Tampa Bay.
Oh, Tampa Bay was always a great team, great scoring team, and I'm surprised how well they took care of the Bruins.
I have to admit that what was that, the Game 5 where they did that little pick and roll style
it was
play?
A pick and roll.
I've never seen that before.
I think I tweeted it. I tweeted the pick and roll version in the NHL, so that was an amazing. And it was the game before where Brad Marchand from the Bruins just completely gave someone a big face lick. It was the most disgusting thing I've ever seen in my life.
Well, you know what?
He's done that all year.
Well, it's one of those things where I guess he was trying to get a rise out of the guy without throwing a punch.
There's got to be another way of doing it. And I'm surprised they don't call that. Spitting is a major penalty. And, transferring bodily fluids in a different way should have the same penalty as spitting.
But if you think about it, what's the reaction to when someone licks you?
You want to punch them.
Well, you want to punch them, but also if for a minute or so you're going to sit there and go, what the hell do I do now?
Well, first off, he was probably stunned.
Yeah, I would never have expected that during a playoff game, if any game whatsoever, but it happened. And, he got a letter from the league, so we'll see.
Yeah, well, he gave out a statement, and he said his behavior has to change. It reflects poorly on his team and his organization and his players, so we'll see what happens.
Everybody's got to grow up sometime.
Well, hey, like I said, it was a busy week in the sports world, so let's take a ride on the Turnpike.
Exit 1.
Let's start off with the NFL. And they are going to have their fans seeing double this year. The reason I have this here is I didn't expect to even see this kind of stat, but there are 3 sets of twins in the NFL currently. 2 on the Patriots and 1 set on the Seahawks.
It's strange that they have 3 sets in the league, and it's even stranger that 2 sets are on one team.
It's going to be interesting to see what happens because at least the 2 at the Seahawks may have a chance to be on the field at the same time.
Interesting.
The McCourty brothers over at the Patriots may also be on the field at the same time.
They're both defensive backs, right?
The McCourties are both defensive backs, but one of them is more of a special teamer, it looks like.
Well, actually, go through who the twins are before we start talking about this.
Well, we have the Seahawks drafted Shaquem Griffin in this year's draft, and they already had his twin brother Shaquille on the team. So they may actually be in the same defensive backfield at the same time.
And by the way, he was the story of the draft. There's always one inspirational story of the draft, and Shaquem Griffin was that inspirational story.
Well, yeah, it was actually nice to see. There was the one-handed kid.
Yeah.
And, God bless him. He has the ability. I think if he had both hands, they were saying he was a first-round talent.
He caught a ball in the combines that I couldn't catch with both my hands, and he made a hell of a grab, and I think that opened up a lot of people's eyes.
Well, I think it's going to be fun to see who makes the field first, whether it's the Patriot twins, which are the McCourties, or the Griffins on the Seahawks. The Patriots also had have a set of twins, too, Jacob and Cody Hollister.
I got to be honest with you. I don't know any of these 2.
Well, Cody is a practice squatter, so he was on the team last year. He never made it onto the field, never made it to the regular season roster. But Jacob is a regular season roster player, so at some point we may see Cody make it up onto the field. But again, the fact that there are 3 sets of twins now, there have been twins in the past playing on the same teams and have been teammates. The last time this really happened was in 1928 with the Pottsville Maroons.
See, I'm shocked at that. 1928? That's crazy. I can't believe there hasn't been a set of twins on the same team.
First of all, I can't think of it. I guess that's the color scheme.
I'm assuming that's the color.
Yeah, they weren't referring to the players themselves.
Yeah.
But
it wasn't a state hospital, right?
No, they actually became the Boston Bulldogs.
See, I was assuming, and I might still be right, Pottsville is a town in Pennsylvania. And I was thinking they're from Pennsylvania, but you said they were
moved.
later.
No, they moved. They moved.
Okay, they moved. Boston Bulldogs.
And the time before that, and this, I dug this out. A lot of people have this one labeled, but there's no verification because there's really not really great record keeping at times here. Gene and Tom Golson played for the baseball team, the Louisville Colonels, in 1926.
Wow, that's it. Now, but there have been brothers on the same team, but never twins. So this is pretty strange.
Well, there have been brothers all the way through. I mean, I remember the Golics populated half the NFL. It looked like.
Hey, Dizzy Dean and Dazzy Dean. I remember back then. Yeah, not me personally remember back then, but no, great pitchers.
Well, yeah, I'm looking forward to see who makes the field first.
Exit 2.
The Kentucky Derby was just run recently, and its ratings turned out to be a little bit lower this year.
I wonder if it was because of the rain. I mean, I tuned in and I saw
wettest Derby on record.
Really? I mean, I'm surprised because at that time of year, Kentucky sometimes gets a lot of rain. But it was awful. It was terrible. I mean,
didn't knock down the crowd. They had the second largest crowd in Derby history, 167,000 people.
The cool thing was, you saw everyone in their their suits and their hats, but they all had this rain poncho all over them, and it's. It was interesting to see, but
and a lot of them were the official Kentucky Derby rain ponchos.
Were they? Did they hand them out?
I don't know if they handed them out, but a lot of people had them. So
they would have made a fortune if they actually sold them.
Well, that they may have done that, but they had the ratings were pretty good for it. 9.1 rating according to NBC. They reported a 15 million combined viewers on all their platforms, and every sporting event is now going to have this. TV, broadcast, digital, all that stuff. It's a combined audience, but still, it's one of those things.
Was this like I don't even know how to say this. Was it aired on Twitter or Facebook? I don't know if you say aired on these things, but was it broadcast on Twitter or Facebook?
Neither of those carried it. It was all on the NBC Sports platform.
Oh wait, so I bet you if you had the NBC Sports app, I bet you would have saw it.
I would hope so because. That NBC Sports app kind of is...
Oh, it's awful. It's awful.
They need to work on that a little bit. But, it was one of those things. This was 6 straight years of 15 million-plus viewers for the Derby. But it was still down because it was up against a playoff game for the NBA. It beat it, but it was the first time they went head-to-head.
Yeah, correct me if I'm wrong. It was the Boston Celtics and Philadelphia 76ers, and I think it was Game 3. So I wonder... The fact that Boston at that time was up 2-0, I wonder if that tempered down the ratings a bit for the basketball game. I watched it, but I turned on the Derby, though.
Well, I wonder how many people were actually interested in watching it, but were watching the basketball game and forgot to turn over. When the race started, because that was at 6:50.
Yeah, the race was 6:50, and the basketball game started at 5.
Yep.
5 o'clock.
And it was actually a good point of the game.
By the way, the Sixers played more sloppy than the racetrack. It was awful. They gave away the game.
The Sixers...
And they finally lost. They finally lost the series.
How's this? The Sixers played like 3-year-olds. Like the horses.
Go.
There you go. Work that one right in there.
Hey, did you see that woman won $1.2 million off an $18 bet? She's from Texas. She went to this Texas racetrack, and she did a pick 5. She did the 4 races up to the Derby, and the Derby was the 5th, and she won them all. And her $18 bet, and she won $1.2 million. Good for her.
Can you imagine those types of bets when Jersey gets sports betting?
Oh God, boy, unbelievable.
Something to look forward to.
Exit 3.
We have Seattle Mariners pitcher James Paxton becomes only the 2nd Canadian to throw a no-hitter in Major League Baseball.
I'm surprised. I'm very surprised at that because, Canada has baseball teams. They had the Montreal Expos, and they still have the Toronto Blue Jays. And I really thought that...
What's more surprising? First Canadian in Canada.
Wow, really? Okay.
The only other Canadian pitcher was Dick Fowler, who threw for the Philadelphia Athletics back in '45.
Wow.
They're the only 2 Canadians. And it looks like, I think you remember Paxton. We talked about him on the show before.
Oh, he was attacked by a bird?
He was attacked by an eagle.
He was attacked by an eagle. Yeah, it was during I forgot what game. I think it was. He was in Milwaukee or something like that, and I think the pregame ceremony when they play the national anthem, they released the bald eagle, and I guess it attacked him. It picked out the one Canadian on the field.
Well, he did do the cool maneuver where he didn't really jump out of the way. He just ducked a little bit and let the eagle land on his back.
Wow.
So, but he's been doing good. He did the no-hitter with 99 pitches and 7 strikeouts, and his previous start, he went 7 innings, 105 pitches, and 16 strikeouts. So, it's looking like this is going to be a year of no-hitters, too, because this is the third of 2018, which is a lot. They only had one in the 2 previous years.
The 99 pitches tells me there were some really poor at-bats.
Well, that's what I've been reading about. All these pundits about MLB right now are saying that it's more the fact that there's more strikeouts now, which is leading to chances of more no-hitters. So I don't know if it's a matter of better pitching or worse hitting this year.
I wonder how this analytics works into it. Well, no hitters, you'd have to go the 9 innings, but there was a no hitter a week ago where 3 pitchers combined for a no hitter.
That was one of the 3 of 2018.
And by the way, it takes guts for a coach to go out and take a guy out when he's no hitting people.
Well, how'd you like to be the reliever who screws that up?
Yeah. Well, luckily in that case, it didn't.
Well, that third pitcher must have been, crapping his pants there, because it's one of those things where what the hell do you do with a no-hitter? You come in to relieve the guy, and if you screw that up, you look really, really bad.
Yeah.
Exit 4.
All right, we're going to go to a different kind of sport. A retired prison guard in Ohio broke the Guinness World Record of Big Mac eating. He ate his 30,000th Big Mac. I can't even say the damn word.
30,000.
He ate 30,000 Big Macs. How about that? He's had a Big Mac almost every day for the last, he started on May 17th, 1972.
I mean, I can't believe they keep a record of this.
He broke his own record.
Okay, all right.
He set the record in 2016 when he ate 28,788 Big Macs.
Wow.
He now has 30,000 to his name. His goal, supposedly, is to get to 40,000.
Oh, this guy must be enormous.
Thin as a rail.
Really?
64 years old, cholesterol is good, blood pressure normal.
See, that's crazy.
And he eats Big Macs every day. He was in the articles I was reading. He was quoted as saying he loves the sauce, he loves the pickles, he just loves the way the Big Macs are.
I got to be in a mood for one of those, and I think I have eaten 2 in the past year, let alone 2 every day. This guy eats.
This is the stat. He's eaten 2 Big Macs every day for the past 46 years.
Wow. And he's thin, and his cholesterol and blood pressure are fine.
And the bastard's probably going to outlive both of us.
Oh, my God.
That's just horrible to see. But anyway, that's our trip on the Turnpike of very unique stories here. I think I picked out a couple, different ones out of the ordinary there. But to contact us, you can call or text us at 609-512-6510. Call or text the show, 609-512-6510. Hit us up on Facebook or Twitter at Turnpike Sports, or email us at info@turnpikesportsradio.com. And don't forget to get your calendars from the International Bikini Team. Email them at info@internationalbikini-team.org for more information on how to get your calendar. All right, everybody, stick around for more Turnpike Sports.
You've been hearing me talk about MyPillow and the benefits of using it to get a good night's sleep, alleviate your sore neck and back, and the special deal you can get for MyPillow through the show. Well, not only can you pick up the special deal for 4 MyPillows when you use promo code CARDS, but now you can get $100 off your purchase of the MyPillow mattress. Yeah, that's right, the MyPillow mattress. The MyPillow mattress comes with a 10-year warranty and a 120-day money-back guarantee. The MyPillow mattress is made up of 3 unique layers, providing you the comfort and support to fall asleep and stay asleep all night. It even has the luxurious Dream Soft cover, which is stain-resistant and stays cool all night. Just head on over to MyPillow.com, click on the MyPillow mattress link, and enter promo code CARDS at checkout to get $100 off your order. Or call 1-800-319-7913 to order by phone. That's MyPillow.com or call 1-800-319-7913 and use promo code CARDS. Better sleep starts with MyPillow.
New Jersey's online gambling market is loaded with so many different sites and all kinds of promotions, it's enough to make your head spin like the reels on an old-time Atlantic City slot machine. So how do you make sense of all that information floating out there in cyberspace? Well, you don't have to. That's because the folks at njonlinegambling.com have done all of that for you. njonlinegambling.com is your complete resource for all the online sites in New Jersey. Which games have the biggest jackpots? njonlinegambling.com has the answer. Which sites use PayPal for deposits? njonlinegambling.com has the answer. njonlinegambling.com is the most trusted guide to the New Jersey online gambling market. Industry news, site reviews, the latest slots, table games, poker, they got it all in one spot. It's the ultimate resource for online players in New Jersey. They even got the best sign-up offers, better than some of the ones being offered by the online casinos themselves. Look, they say bet with your head. So why not do the same before you bet and check out njonlinegambling.com, the most trusted resource around for New Jersey's online gambling market. Welcome back, Turnpike Sports, and now it's time for everyone's favorite portion of the show, the Turnpike Sports Police Blotter. The Turnpike Sports Police Blotter is brought to you, as always, by Bean Genius. Over 2,000 specialty blends of coffee available at your fingertips at beangenius.com. Have some of the best coffee in the country delivered right to your door each month when you subscribe to Bean Genius. And now get 10% off of your subscription when you sign up at beangenius.com using our promo code PIKE at checkout. That's PIKE at checkout. Bean Genius, the smart specialty coffee subscription service.
Alrighty, this week's edition of the Turnpike Sports Police Blotter. We got three quick entries, and then I have my summary of the April arrests.
Ooh, the April wrap-up.
First off, we've got Western Kentucky University quarterback Stephen Duncan was arrested and charged with operating a motor vehicle under the influence of alcohol, failure to produce insurance card, and failure to illuminate headlamps.
Wow.
He was driving without his headlights on, basically.
That'll get you.
Now, this was on campus, by the way.
Oh, okay.
This was following the Western Kentucky football program's annual spring game. So they were playing each other.
Okay, yeah, I've seen a lot of those on TV. I don't know who has them. I think on cable they have the Big Ten Network or the Central Network or something like that.
What is the one, the Alabama red and white or something? Or
yeah, I saw a crimson and white game. I think Penn State just had theirs. So, a lot of those teams are doing it right now. So I guess it's a time when all the team gets together and party it up.
He actually was competing for a starting job, so this guy is a complete moron for doing this. This was right after the game.
By the way, he could have had a great game, and I think this might have wiped it away.
It was one of those things where, this is just stupidity. The campus police observed him at around 2 o'clock in the morning, driving with his headlights off on campus on one of the campus boulevards.
Okay.
Oddly enough, it was called the Avenue of Champions.
Okay.
Yeah. They smelled, according to the police report, he smelled strong of beverage. That's the exact phrase from the police report.
What are they, like medieval knights?
Yeah, they're Vikings. He smelled strong of beverage.
You are strong with beverage, sir.
And he failed. He failed all the field sobriety tests. Here's one I never knew it had a real name. The horizontal gaze nystagmus test.
Oh, okay.
You have to follow the side-to-side view.
Oh, it was like follow my finger kind of thing, or
And here's another quote from the police report. Showed lack of smooth pursuit in both eyes. The nystagmus, onset prior to 45 degrees, I don't know how they measured that one, was distinct and sustained at maximum deviation in both eyes.
Wow.
He couldn't see straight.
wow. Boy.
So
You could, well, you thought it was because the lights were off. No, he was strong with beverage.
well, he made it worse. He refused to perform the balance tests.
Well, I guess he kind of saw the writing on the wall, even though his eyes were kind of screwed up. So,
And he refused a breathalyzer
well, every lawyer will tell you don't do a breathalyzer. So
And
that was a good move.
and refused an attorney.
Well, that's not a good move.
Nope.
You made one good move saying no to the breathalyzer, but always ask for an attorney.
Well, he is probably not competing for the starting job anymore.
Well, who knows? Who knows what he might have done really good.
Well,
Some of these teams overlook stuff like this.
I don't know if you can overlook this stupidity that much, but anyway. Moving on to former NFL player Dimitri Patterson. And I've been noticing a pattern here in some of these blotter reports, and it's a bad pattern for me because this is another former Jet.
Oh, really? Wow. I mean, a long-time Jet, or
No,
did he have a cup of coffee with the Jets?
1 year. He was the guy that during the New Orleans game had disappeared and got arrested for the marijuana thing and didn't tell anybody.
Okay.
Yeah, but this he got arrested for an active felony warrant out of Florida. And this is interesting. This comes from a incident in court where after he got his sentence announced by the judge, he bolted from the courtroom.
Really? He just ran out, huh?
It took 5 police officers to tackle him.
So I'm assuming that sentence was you got to go to jail right now, and he decided against it?
Yeah, I think so. And one of the charges now includes battery on a law enforcement officer.
that's
and
not
that's
good.
stemming from the 5. It took 5 of them to bring this kid down. So he did a good job.
It's
there.
interesting. He tried to run out of court.
No, he
after-
did. He did. He got out. He got out of the courtroom. He was tackled in the hallway.
Oh, wow.
He got out. No, he got out. So God bless him on that one. He tried like hell to get out of there, but he didn't make it all the way.
Hey, pretty impressive tackle from the guard or the cop or whatever. I mean, you actually tackled a pro football player, so well done.
I don't know how much you can congratulate him. It took 5.
Well,
And he's a normal sized defensive back. He's not one of the big defensive ends. I guess technically you can say he's a little
as
guy
in
compared
football,
to
like in court, it's important to get him down. So it's a team effort.
Well, they got him. Last entry for this week before I get to the breakdown. East Carolina University defensive end Chandon Hickerson was arrested. Not much information on this, but I just wanted to throw it up because it's some interesting charges. Resisting a public officer, resisting arrest, reckless driving to endanger, and failure to stop at a stop sign or a flashing red light. They're still investigating, but the list of charges leads me to believe...
Failure to stop at a flashing red light was the red light on the police car?
No,
What was he going over railroad tracks, or what was that?
Flashing red stop sign.
Okay.
It was one of those things. So, I just saw the charges. It sounds like this is going to be like another OUI for this kid. So, we'll see what happens there. Now, we'll get to the breakdown for April. There were a total of 28 arrests in April of 2018. There were 11 arrests for college football.
Really?
5 arrests for former college football players. 4 pros. 3 college basketball. 2 mixed martial arts. 1 coach and 1 pro hockey. We have 3 schools that are tied for first in the amount of arrests. Care to take a guess on any of them?
I'm trying to think back. For some reason, I heard Kentucky a lot. I think I heard Kentucky a lot. Kentucky is somewhere around there, Missouri or something.
We have Western Kentucky.
I knew it was
is
Kentucky.
tied for second
Oh, second.
with 1 arrest.
One arrest? Why do I think...
We just had him.
Yeah, okay, maybe that was it. But I thought I heard Kentucky one more time.
No. I never would put these 3 schools at the top of the list, but I guess it happens. Bowling Green, Kennesaw, and University of North Dakota.
Wow, really? Those were 1, 2, and 3.
Those were
Bowling Green
Green
took the title. Hey, congratulations, Bowling Green.
Then we have tied for second among some schools here. We have Arizona Coyotes, the pro hockey team.
Okay.
Calgary Stampeders, the CFL team.
Beer's a lot more stronger up there.
Green Bay Packers. That was the guy who cried explosives in the airport.
Oh, yeah. He pretended he had an explosive, and his stupid girlfriend agreed with him.
Yep. Philadelphia Eagles had one.
Okay, yeah. I remember the guy. I don't even think he played a game for the Eagles. I think he passed out in his car, and the cops grabbed him, and he had a gun, I think.
Yeah, he had a weapon on him. I don't know if it was actually a pistol or whatever it was, but those are the pro teams. We have Iowa State, Kansas State, Michigan State, Texas Southern, University of Northern Alabama, University of Oregon. Coastal Carolina University had one arrest, too.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, they're, good mix of things.
Hey, Carolina's a party kind of area, so I'm surprised they don't have more arrests.
Well, what are you going to do in Carolina other than just, drink or play golf? Yeah. All right, that's the blotter for this week.
Stick around. We're going to talk about one pretty interesting thing to bet on. Stick around. We'll be right back with more Turnpike Sports.
We'll get right back to the show, but I want to take a minute to talk to you about Bean Genius. How would you like your coffee delivered right to your door every month, maybe 2 times a month? Well, now that can happen with Bean Genius. Bean Genius sells freshly roasted coffee from some of the best independent coffee roasters in the country at beangenius.com. And Bean Genius actually learns their customers' individual taste preferences, then suggests future coffee blends for them. Well, how do they do that? Well, this is the cool thing about Bean Genius. Over at beangenius.com, they use an algorithm which learns the coffee flavors you like and then pairs up what you like with the coffee that they have in stock. And it's all based upon you. Every time you order, the system learns. The system learns your preferences as you go along and order more and more coffee. And now, all our listeners at Turnpike Sports can get a special offer. You head on over to beangenius.com/subscription, and you'll be able to get 10% off your purchase when you use our promo code PIKE, P-I-K-E, at checkout. That's 10% off at beangenius.com/subscription with promo code PIKE, P-I-K-E. beangenius.com, the smart specialty coffee subscription service.
Free stuff is awesome, but free stuff that will spice up your bedroom is even better. Just go to adamandeve.com and select almost any one item for 50% off, and then we'll load on the free stuff. Just enter this very exclusive code, BABE16 at checkout, and you'll get 10 tantalizing free gifts, including a sexy item for him, a special toy for her, and a third item you'll both enjoy. And for your viewing pleasure, 6 free spicy movies on DVD. Plus, free shipping! Always sent in discreet packaging. So go to adamandeve.com now. Get 50% off plus 10 free gifts when you enter the exclusive offer code BABE16. Again, that's BABE16. Because without it, no free stuff. That's BABE16 at adamandeve.com.
Welcome back to Turnpike Sports, and I want to ask the forgiveness for all you Anglophiles out there for my next statement. I could give a damn about this British wedding or the royal wedding coming up until Doug brought up something interesting about the wedding. Doug, you want to tell everyone what's interesting about this wedding?
The wedding is not interesting.
No, it's not.
The betting going on around the wedding is very interesting.
This is amazing. You can actually, they're taking bets on the royal wedding. I didn't.
Three companies.
I knew Paddy Power was going to do it because Paddy Power always does something in the politics and things like that.
Paddy Power, you can bet on pretty much anything.
Pretty much anything. But William Hill The Big William Hill agency or
Sports betting company.
Ladbrokes. What is that? I don't know.
They're the third largest.
Okay, what's it called again?
Ladbrokes.
Brokes.
Yep.
Ladbrokes. Never heard of them.
Lads brokers.
Lads brokers.
Lads as in
English or Irish or something like that.
And then you have
are they? I know William Hill.
Yep.
Is in the U.S. I'm not sure if
you can't bet on these things in the U.S.
Well, I kind of figured you can't bet on the U.S. about this stuff, but I am assuming. Can you go into one of their offices in London or places like that and place bets on these, or are these basically online things?
They're online and in person.
Wow. If you're in Europe.
If you're anywhere outside the United States.
Okay.
Nevada is the only place you can do sports betting right now, or a couple other states. But
although in Nevada, you can't bet on this, right?
No, you can't bet on this. Nevada's regulations are sports-related only.
Okay. All right.
You can't do politics. You can't do any of this stuff.
Okay. So what can you bet on based on the royal wedding?
Let's stay with Paddy Power right now.
Okay. Oh, so there are different things.
Each one's offering different things.
Oh, okay. All right.
Let's start off with the easy one. Guests. Paddy Power has different odds for different potential guests for this wedding. Like they have Serena Williams.
But aren't they public, though? The guest list is public? Or is it will they attend?
It's will they attend.
Okay. All right.
Serena Williams.
Okay.
1-7 odds. Elton John. 1-50. So basically, these people are going. It's just one of those.
Well, Elton John's going because he loves the royal family.
Exactly. So here's a few more. I have a whole list here. Sean Connery.
That'd be so cool if he was there.
3-1 odds.
So 3-1 odds.
He will show up.
So it's a good bet that he will show up.
I guess if you want to look at it that way.
Okay.
You have 10-1 odds for Simon Cowell.
Okay.
From American Idol or whatever the hell that is. Yeah. Jennifer Aniston, 25-1.
What the hell does she have to do with the royal family?
I have no idea. Let's see. Here's another good one. Hillary Clinton.
I bet you she'd go. I mean, she was Secretary of State. So
14-1.
14-1. So it's pretty good odds she will attend.
Yes.
Yeah.
Joss Stone, the singer.
See, I don't. Is he connected
1
to
to 9?
So that's pretty poor odds he'll show up.
No, it's more than likely he'll be there.
More than likely he'll be there?
Yeah. Now, this is William Hill. I'm going to move over here because this one I found funny. William Hill is taking bets on how the best man, Prince William, what his hair will look like at the wedding.
Okay.
You've got your choices of buzz cut, shaved head, hair transplant, and a wig.
Okay, what does he have now? I mean, he has that male pattern baldness going. So now, how do you think that would fit under that? Because there's no way he's going to come with a full head of hair. There's one thing about weddings that I know. It's all about the bride. If he comes with a full head of hair, guess what? All attention's on him now, and he's the story.
Well, it's one of those things where I think he's got an issue with showing up in public one way or the other, with the male pattern baldness thing. So he tries to cover it up or anything. No, he's not wearing a hat, so
Actually, he might have that sailor hat on.
Well,
I'm sure they don't call it a sailor hat, but he has to have uniform.
It's 1 to 2 odds he's going to show up in a buzz cut. So that's the favorite.
That's probably what he has now. Yeah. I'm guessing that's what he has now.
6 to 4 on the shaved, 16-1 on a hair transplant.
No way.
And 100-1 on a wig.
No way. No, those last two.
Well, that's why it's 100-1.
Yeah.
William Hill also has one on the dress and for the wedding dress, as well as what Harry will wear. The predominantly white dress is the choice. It's 1 to 8, so obviously she's going to wear white.
White, yeah.
And the
are they? Do you bet on designers and things like that?
I'm getting to that.
Okay, all right.
Here you go. Since you brought it up, I'll just jump right to it. Paddy Power. Her wedding dress designer. 2 to 1 odds on Ralph and Russo. Never heard of that.
Right.
9 to 4 on Roland Mouret. 6 to 1 on Erdem. 7 to 1 on Victoria Beckham. The one that was on the Spice Girls. She's got her own line of clothing.
No way.
Yeah.
No, there's no way they're going to have a Spice Girl. do her dress.
Well, hey,
the others two, the other three, I've never heard of them, but they really sound expensive. So I'm assuming it's one of those.
This one, I'm surprised. This is 8-1. 8-1 on Alexander McQueen, the fashion house that did the Duchess of Cambridge's wedding dress. I would have thought that would have been the favorite.
You know what? First off, I don't know who the Duchess of Cambridge is, and secondly, I sure don't know what her dress looks like. So I'm going to take it. What was that? Patty Power?
That was Patty Power.
All right, well, I'm going to leave it to them. They're the experts.
And here we go. We have going over to Ladbrokes. Since I figured, let me get that.
Which I got to say, I've never heard of this, and they're the third largest in England or Europe or
UK.
In the UK. Wow. Okay. Ladbrokes. I want to get that right. Ladbrokes.
The type of wine. They're placing bets on the types of wine.
Wow, that's pretty
California
specific.
wine. If a California wine is served, 1-3 odds.
So is the bride from California? Is that why they're?
Well, she's American.
Well, I know that, but
I guess nowadays California wine are the thing.
Okay,
I don't know.
all right.
And 5-4 that a British wine will be on one of the tables.
Is there a British wine? I've never heard of British wine.
I would
Are
assume
they known for British wine? Why would you get a British wine when you have France right there? I think they're more.
Well, I think that's why they chose California and British.
Yeah, right.
You know, there's going to be a French wine there.
So they're saying California wine is. They think it's going to
1-3, yeah, because it's an American thing. So
okay.
And last but not least, let's hit this one. William Hill. Let's end with the biggie here. Actually, it's not a biggie, but I'm talking about William Hill, the biggie. The location of Harry's bachelor party.
Where do the British go for bachelor parties? You know?
Well, in America, usually you go to Vegas.
You go to Vegas, you go to Atlantic City, you go, I don't know, where else would you go? I don't know.
Pretty much anywhere. Canada, you can find stuff like that there too. So, but here they have. These are the choices. Switzerland.
Okay.
At 6-4 odds is the favorite.
So that's pretty much Switzerland, huh?
And then Scotland. I would never think of Scotland as a destination for a stag party, but whatever. And, okay, one last one. I just saw this here in the list. Back to Ladbrokes. The performers at the wedding. Elton John is the favorite with 1-5. Spice Girls, 5-6.
I bet you only if she wears her dress.
Yeah. I think that's why
this is how it ties in. Okay, now I understand.
And these last two, I do not know.
And by the way, it'd be smart if she wore her dress. She can get the band for free.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen.
Okay, hey,
because you got 3 other Spice Girls or 4 other Spice Girls.
Just trying to help out.
I don't know who these last two are. Stormzy,
I don't know,
4-1 odds, and Liam Payne, 25-1.
That must be a British guy.
I guess they're like those club DJs or something, but I'd never heard of those last two. But anyway, that's what we got for.
Hey, you know what? You got a shot to make some money on the wedding. What the hell? Hey,
might
throw
as well.
some money down there. If you get over to the UK, throw a couple bucks down.
Well, it's going to be televised.
Well, okay. Well, then you can actually see if you're making money or not. I wonder if they'll televise it in the sports books.
I would assume somebody's going to have that on one of the TVs.
It has
there,
to be. I mean, if you're betting on it, if there are lines on it, you better show it.
It just makes sense that they would have that. So we'll see. That'll do it.
That'll do it for us. Hey, enjoy the NBA and NHL playoffs, and hey, why not enjoy the royal wedding if you got some money on it. Take care. We'll see you next time on the Turnpike.